Good morning, dear students. In the first class, we discussed about the story, first part, and today we are coming to the second part of the story. In the first part, we saw the children coming to the garden of the selfish giant every day after their class, and they happily playing over there. One day, the selfish giant returned from his friend after 7 years, saw the kids playing over there, and he was really angry and he sent them out. And he constructed a wall around his garden and placed a notice that trespassers will be prosecuted. So the children were really sad and they start playing in the street, but because of the mist and the hard stones, they can't able to play over there. So they always think and wandering outside the great wall, and they are saying each other how happy we were there. But what happened inside the garden? Inside the garden, the winter continues. Everywhere out, the spring was there. After that, the autumn. Every trees start blossoming and the birds start singing. But inside the garden, no change were there. The only two people were really happy inside the garden, the snow and the frost. And they invited the north wind and the hail. They destroyed everything inside the garden. This was the explanation we discussed in the last class. We are moving on to the next part. I'll give you the explanation. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant. So, the selfish giant is wondering why the spring is not coming to his garden. He sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden. Garden is with full of snow. It looked like a white garden, and he sat near to the window and looking outside the cold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather, but the spring never came, nor the summer. So he realized there is a change in the weather. The spring didn't come, and also the autumn. The autumn gave golden fruits to every garden, but not to the giants. So what happened? She gave none. She refers to the autumn. Autumn gave golden fruits to every garden, but not to the giant's garden. And she said, the autumn said, he is too selfish. So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail and the frost and the snow danced about through the trees. So the north wind, the snow, the frost and the hail was really happy. They were dancing on the trees. One morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It was really only a little linnet singing outside his window. But it was so long since he heard a bird sing in his garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. So one day what happened? He was lying awake in his bed. He heard a lovely music. It was by a linnet bird. Linnet bird is a small brown bird which sings very sweetly. He didn't hear such a lovely music for the last few months, and he felt it was the most beautiful music in the world. I believe spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of the bed and looked out. What did he see? He saw the most wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child. Through the hole in the wall, the children had crept in. Children came inside the garden through a hole in the wall. And they start playing inside the garden, and every tree, the giant can see a child sitting on it. And the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently above the children's head. So, what happened? The trees were really happy and they start blossoming and they wave their arms, their branches, their small branches and leaves on the heads of the children. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight. The flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. Here, Oscar Wilde is clearly telling us how happy the nature is. So, what happened inside? The trees were happy. Along with that, birds start flying inside the garden, and the small plants also really happy. Only in the corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and in it was standing a little boy. So there's a difference in the farthest end of the garden. It was still winter over there. And the giant saw a child is standing near to the peach tree in that side, and it was still winter. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all around it, crying bitterly. So the child was really small. He can't able to climb up the tree. All the other children were sitting on the tree. So this little tiny child can't able to climb up the tree. He was crying bitterly. The poor tree was still quite covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring over it. So the poor tree was still covered with snow. There, the winter continues, and the north wind was still there, happily roaring and blowing. And the tree is saying, "Climb up, little boy," said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. But the little boy was too tiny. What the tree is saying to the boy? Climb up. The tree is encouraging the child to climb on the tree, but the boy was really tiny. Even the tree is lowering its branches to the boy, but he is too tiny to climb on it. The giant's heart melted as he looked out. "How selfish I have been," he said. "Now I know why the spring would not come here." So, first time in the story, there was a change in the mindset of the giant. When he saw the scene, his heart started melting. And he is realizing how selfish he was. And he is telling that, he is admitting that why the spring is not coming to his garden. Because he is too selfish. "I will put that poor boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever." He was really very sorry for what he had done. So he realized his mistake, and he realized he was so selfish. And he promised, he proclaimed that, "I will break the wall, and the garden, my garden, will be the playground for those children." And he felt really sorry for what he had done. So he crept downstairs and opened the front doors quite softly and went out into the garden. The giant stole up behind the little boy and took him gently in his hand and put him up on the tree. So what he did, he rushed to the garden. He crept downstairs and opened the front door, and he go near to the child and took him and make him sit on the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang on it. And the little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them around the giant's neck and kissed him. So what happened? Immediately the nature changed. The trees start blossoming, the birds start singing over there, and the boy was really happy. He hugged the giant and kissed him. And the other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, came running towards him. "It is your garden now, little children," said the giant. And he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. So what happened? When the other children realized the giant is not wicked anymore, they also rushed to him and start playing with him. He said to the children that the garden is your playground. He took an axe and knocked down the wall, destroyed the wall. And when the people were going to the market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the beautiful garden they had ever seen. So the people moving to the market, they saw the wonderful sight that the giant is playing along with the children in the garden. All day they played, and in the evening they came to the giant to bid him goodbye. Every afternoon, when school was over, the children came and played with the giant. The giant was very kind to all the children. So, after a long play, children came to the giant and tell him goodbye. And every day after the school, the children start coming to the giant's garden and playing along with him. Years went by, and the giant grew very old and feeble. He could not play about anymore. So he sat in a huge armchair and watched the children at their games and admired his garden. I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers at all. The giant grew old and he can't able to play along with the kids. So he placed an armchair near to the garden, watching the children's playing. He realized he is telling that I have many flowers, many beautiful flowers in my garden, but the children are the most beautiful. So they are really happy. The nature, the giant, the children, the trees, the flowers, and the birds really happy about the changes happened in. And this is a lovely story. You read a couple of times. This is only a portion of the story, which is adapted from The Selfish Giant by Oscar Wilde. The rest of the story is also there. You can Google it, listen the rest. About the author, Oscar Wilde, born in 1854 and died in 1900. Popularly known as Oscar Wilde, was an Irish author, playwright, and poet. Some of his popular works are The Happy Prince and The Other Tales, The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Importance of Being Earnest, and Lady Windermere's Fan. These are the other popular works of Oscar Wilde. So you can also come with some more information about author. So we will meet you in the next class with the exercise part. Till then, goodbye.